Hello everyone. Let's go through a little energizing flow. Come to your mat and start in Supta Baddha Konasana with your hands on your belly and your chest for some gentle breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Just repeat this on your own for a few more breaths. We'd like to take this time now to dedicate your practice to a place, a person, or a thing. Go ahead and do that. And on your next inhale, bring your knees to your chest and do some gentle rock and roll side to side. Now rock yourself up to sit. Come onto your knees and sit on your heels into hero's pose. We're going to come into some seated cat-cows. On your inhale, arch inwards. On your exhale, arch out, gaze at the ceiling. Repeat this a few more times. Inhale, coming in. Exhale, arching back. Inhale, come in. Exhale, arch back. Now on your next inhale, come into tabletop. Inhale, come into cow pose. Gaze up, tailbone lifts. Exhale into cat, the tailbone. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, round the spine. Come into some gentle hip circles and sit back. Cross the legs to the front. Face forward on your mat and bring your hands into heart center. Take some grounding breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, release your arms, and exhale, reach your right arm overhead to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right arm to the mat, left arm overhead. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, stretch to the left. Inhale to center and exhale to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale. Meet in tabletop and push your hips up and back to your first downward facing dog. Here you could take your dog for a walk, bending both right and left legs, taking turns, bending both. Inhaling and exhaling just for a few breaths here. On your next inhale, bend your knees and slowly walk to the front of your mat. Exhale, release into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, release, drop your head. Grab opposite elbows and just sway for a little bit here. Let your body hang heavy. And just take some inhales and exhales. And on your next inhale, slowly rise up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming all the way to the top, arms rise to the sky, gaze upward, and release your hands down, Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step back to plank. Knees, chest, chin to the ground. Inhale, come forward to cobra. Exhale, release to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release, and push back to child's pose. And then straighten your legs right into your downward dog. Hold here for 5 breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Next, inhale, bend your knees and step or hop forward to the front of your mat. Fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to the top, arms reach up. And exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Go ahead and repeat this 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Step back into your plank. Knees, chest, chin come to the ground. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Push back to child's pose. Tuck your toes. Push right up into downward dog and hold here again for 5 big breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Bend your knees, step or hop forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Rise to the top and exhale, Tadasana. One more time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips rise, push back to your downward facing dog. 5 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, hop or step forward to the front, lengthen your spine, and exhale. Inhale, rise to the top. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, step or walk to the top of your mat, and exhale. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise to the top. Exhale, Tadasana. Go right into sun bees. Inhale, sit back in a chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right leg forward. As you inhale, rise to warrior 1. Inhaling and exhale, release your hands to frame your right foot. Sit back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left leg forward. Rise to the top, inhaling to warrior 1. Exhale, release your hands to frame your left foot. Step back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. We'll hold here for 5 breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, bend your knees, step or walk to the front of your mat. Exhale, folds. Inhale, rise, sit back in a chair pose. And exhale, Tadasana. Repeat this again on your own. Inhaling, sit back to chair. Exhale, forward folds. And continue. meeting back in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, we're going to bend our knees and step or walk to the front of our mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, sit back in a chair pose. And exhale, stand Tadasana. Now let's get into a flow. Inhale, arms above your head. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step or jump back to your plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right leg forward, drop your back knee. Arms will rise on your inhale. And exhale, do an easy twist, right arm to the back, left arm to the front. You gaze can be forward here to your back hand. And on that inhale, reach for your back foot and pull it in towards your butt for a nice quad stretch. Inhaling and exhaling here. Exhale, release the foot, windmill that arm back and frame your right foot. Stand up onto the ball of your back foot and push up into three-legged dog. Stack your hips. You can go ahead and roll that hip open if you need. And then come into your wild thing. Breathing here. And on your next inhale, flip back over, step down into downward facing dog, and go ahead and flow through a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left leg forward and rise your arms above head. Really opening that hip flexor here. Exhale into an easy twist. Your right arm is forward, left arm back. And on your next inhale, reach for that left foot and pull it in towards your body, getting a nice quad stretch here. Inhale and exhale, release that foot, windmill your arms forward to frame your other foot. Step your left leg up into three-legged dog, stack your hips, and go ahead and flip your dog into wild thing. Hold here for a few breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, flip back into three-legged dog and drop your leg. You can now come forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips high and push back, downward facing dog. Hold here for 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, step or walk to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold, and inhale, rise to the top, lengthen your spine. Release your hands to Tadasana. Inhale, arms rise, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, gaze forward. Step or walk back to plank pose, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right leg forward on your inhale. Turn your left heel to the ground and rise up to warrior 1. Exhale, release your arms into your first warrior 2. And inhale, reach forward just a bit, and exhale into your reverse warrior. Really breathing into this side body here. Inhale, back to warrior 2, and straighten that front leg. Exhale, reach all the way forward before dropping your right arm to meet your foot or your shin for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Really want to root through your feet here, lengthen through the crown of your head, and keep a steady breath. And on your next inhale, bring your top arm to the mat and gently bend your front knee. Step your back foot in a bit to shorten your stance and begin to square your hips toward the front of your mat. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold into pyramid pose. Walk your hands to the front of your mat if you need more stability here. And on your next inhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back and your right leg back to meet it in plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, warrior one, back heels ground. Lift torso and arms overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, stretch your front arm forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Breathing into the side body here. On your inhale, come back to warrior two and begin to straighten your front leg. Shift your torso forward toward the front of the room. Then hinge from your front hip and lower your hand to shin. You can use a block here, or your hand can be on the floor. You want your chest open and press through both your feet, lengthening through the sides of your waist. Inhale, top arm to the mat, gently bending your front knee. Bring that back foot in to shorten your stance. Squaring your hips toward the front of your mat. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold into pyramid. Your hands can be at the front of the mat for more stability here. Inhale, plant your hands. On your next inhale, roll forward into high plank. Hold here. Inhale. And on your exhale, slowly lower all the way to your mat. Untuck your toes. Hands stay close to your rib cage. Inhale, push up into cobra. Your arms can stay bent here. You could straighten them all the way, getting a nice deep stretch in the back. Exhale, release, forehead to the mat. Now go ahead and stretch your arms long in front of you, pressing the tops of your feet down into the mat. On your inhale, lift your chest, arms, and legs. Grow through fingertips and toes. Back of the heart lifts and gaze stays down, neck long. Exhale, slowly lower everything down to the ground. So lower down. Right hand is going to stay on the mat. Bend your left knee and catch the foot. Kick and lift into your one-legged supported bow pose. Exhale, release to the mat, forehead down. Take a breath. Inhale, come up, switch sides. Left hand stays grounded, bend the knee, catch the foot and kick and lift, supported bow pose. When you are ready, gently release that foot. Hands can be stacked over one another and your forehead can release to the mat. Now bend both your knees. reach back for your feet. Press your feet into your hands and lift into bow pose. Make sure you're breathing here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Exhale, gently release down to the mat. Turn your cheek to one side to rest. Hands will come up near your rib cage and you will push back to child's pose. Stay in child's pose for as long as you'd like. When you are ready, come to lie on your back however you'd like to get there. Plant your feet close to your seat, and on your inhale, press into your feet and lift your hips into bridge. Walk your shoulders underneath you, interlace your hands beneath your back, and press the arms down to lift a little higher. Slowly release the hands, roll down one vertebrae at a time. If wheel is in your practice, place your hands beside your ears, fingers pointing towards your shoulders. Press into hands and feet. Lift to the crown of your head first, then straighten the arms as you rise into wheel. Chest moves toward the wall behind you, thighs stay active. Continue to breathe while you hold here, inhaling and exhaling. Bend your elbows, tuck your chin, and slowly lower all the way down. We're going to repeat this one more time. Press into your hands and feet. Straighten the arms as you rise into wheel. If you would like to go a little bit deeper, you could rise onto your tippy toes to walk your hands back closer to your heels and then drop your heels down. Walk your hands back, bend your elbows, tuck your chin, and slowly lower all the way down. Draw both knees into your chest and rock gently side to side. Let your left leg straighten down and hug your right knee into your chest. I like to rock it back and forth here. Eventually, bring your right knee over your left side, opening your right arm 45 degrees and turning to your right. You could close your eyes here, just take some deep breaths. Come back through to center. Bring your right knee down to meet your left. Draw your left knee into your chest, give it a nice hug, pull it into the armpit, rocking it back and forth, and eventually drawing that knee over the right side of your body and turning the upper part of your body to the left. Continue breathing here. Gently come back through center. Left leg will meet the right leg. Feet can come to plant on the mat, and you could go through a couple windshield wipers, dropping your knees to either side to release your hips. You could bring your knees to chest and just do a little rock and rolls up and down the spine. Eventually, you will come into Savasana. Extend your legs long, let the feet fall open, arms rest beside you, and allow the whole body to soften. Stay here for as long as you'd like. If you're ready, begin to deepen your breath. You can roll yourself to one side and press up to a comfortable seat. Sit tall. Your hands can be resting on your knees or into heart center. Inhale slowly through the nose. Exhale gently through the nose. Let your breath settle and take a moment to notice how you feel. Give yourself some gratitude for showing up to your mat today. And thank you all for watching and practicing with me. Namaste.